All right, welcome to the Vintage Sanctuary, and today I am going to count down my top 25 vintage baseball purchases in 2025. Now, I'll have a card coming in the mail that would shake up this list, but it would be lower down the list, so, not going to make a big difference, so I'm just going to go ahead and do this now. Basing on the prices that I paid, which I realize is not perfect, but sounds like a good way to do it. Is this a flex? You dang right it is. Woo yeah! First, a couple preliminaries. Blah. Rocket Rick J. Love the dude. Rocket Rick J 18. Yeah, I really do. I've been blessed to meet this guy in person, spend some time with him at a couple of nationals. Just, fantastic guy. Sent me this wonderful sticker. And, I am so blessed. Look at this. Look at that. Send me that beautiful shirt. So thank you so much, Rocket Rick. And then also, everybody's bestie, Scott Reindeer Studios, sent me this wonderful card. So thank you so much, Scott. Now, without further ado, well, before I turn this camera around, let me just say I went to a card show today, the Front Row Card Show in Portland, Oregon. I live about an hour-ish out of Portland, Oregon. And still mostly Pokemon, but what the heck, they had a bigger room than when I was there last year, and they had more space in the aisles. And I actually picked up a couple of vintage cards. I'm going to show you those first, hot off of the show that I bought just today, just a few hours ago. I'll show you those two first as a bonus, and then we'll count down my top 25 in 2025 vintage baseball cards based on what I paid. I saw John, the 3D80s kid, Darren, a fellow collector, a good friend. John's a good friend as well. In fact, I went there specifically to hang out with these guys, even if I didn't get any cards. I saw Tony, a collector I didn't even know. If he's made some comments, I'm not sure, but he said he watches my stuff and likes it, watches John's stuff. Really great. I met his friend as well. I think his friend's name was Jared. Please correct me if I'm wrong there. Had a blast. All right, here we go. Let's turn this camera around and let's do it. Woohoo! All right, so we are going to start with, what did I pick up at the show today? Here's the deal. I am seeking to do a Topps run of Willie Mays, but I have not added a card in quite some time. So for $70, the dealer wanted 80. I offered 70. My offer was accepted. In a Fantastic Four, the 71 Topps high number Willie Mays. I just think, this card is tough with the chipping and all that, but I think the centering, the clarity, just a really, really nice card. And I actually think for $70, got myself a really nice price on that one. That's not one of the top 25, of course, but picked that up today. This one had a sticker of 30. I got it for $25. Are you kidding me? I love this card, this fielding pose. I've actually wanted this card for a long time, but never got around to getting it. So a measly $25 for another Fantastic Four. Back looks really, really nice as well. Yeah, I feel like that is a steal. So there, two cards, less than $100. Actually making a little progress on my Willie Mays Topps run base cards and on my Hank Aaron Topps run base cards as well. I'm not nearly as picky as I used to be. I will confess there was a time when I just couldn't handle the type of chipping this has. I was just so darn picky, but hey, becoming a softie. Woo-hoo, yeah. So I'm stoked about that. The 3D80s kid, John, and I were talking today. It's like I've become less strict. He's become somewhat more strict. We sort of started it, I think, at opposite ends of the spectrum. We might be meeting in the middle. All right, here we go. Number 25, based on price. This was $90, I believe, so less than $100 in a Vintage Greatness 338 Gowdy Bill Werber. You are going to see a lot of 38 Gowdies in here because that's a set that I have been working on with cartoon. I want all 24 with cartoons. By the way, I'm up to 20. I've got one coming in the mail that, has to go through eBay authentication, even though it didn't cost that much, but based on the buy it now price, it has to go through. So, you know, once that one comes in, I'll be at 20 with cartoons. Many of those make this list because I bought them this year. Number 24, this was right around $100 or 90 to $100. The Rip Radcliffe in a 2.5. Oh man, I just absolutely love these cards. Then I think this one was like $99.99. So right around $100. Number 23, also 38 Goudy in a good 2. Vernon Kennedy. So that is, have I even been counting right? Number 25, 24, 23. Woohoo! All right, number 22, Joe Vosmick. Is that a pristine 1 or what? Oh, yeah. Yeah, can't get enough of these. And number 21, Van Lingle Mungo in a pristine 1. Woohoo! Oh, man, I love these. Absolutely love them. And number 20, we're going to take a little break from the cartoons, everybody. In an insanely minty fresh 9, the 59 Fleer Ted Williams, Ted Crashlands Jet. The story is he didn't eject. He didn't want to mess up his back or his body for his baseball career when he came back from the war. So he crash lands right before the jet bursts into flames. So how crazy is that? This is one of my favorite cards for the set. So I wanted to go ahead and get a minty fresh 9. I believe that was $150. So we've got number 22, 21, and 20 in the countdown. Oh yeah. Number 19, Frank Damari. Hope I'm saying his name right. By the way, a couple of these might have been ties, or I just spent a few pennies more for one card than the other, but in an exceptional 5, an exceptionally minty 5. Woohoo! And that, my friends, is number 19. Pickups of 2025, number 18. You can tell I've been going to town on the 38 Goudy Bump Hadley. And number 17, Zeke Benura. I'm getting there, man. I'm getting so close to set completion. 20 down, 4 to go. Well, I shouldn't count my cartoons before they arrive because there's one in the mail, but once that comes, 20 down, 4 to go. Oh, yeah. Number 16, in an exceptionally minty 5, Julius Salters. And number 15, oh, how I love this card. The 47 Tip Top Bread, Johnny Mize. I don't know why. There's something about food and beverage issues, at least certain ones that are so just incredibly nostalgic to me. This is one of them. I just love it. I just absolutely love this card. And the way they try so hard to connect winning baseball with Tip Top Bread as a better winning bread. And there's that loaf just coming at you practically in 3D. Ah, that's a superstar loaf if I've ever seen one. Look at all those stars. Woo! All right, number 15, 14 and 13 are a bit on the big side. So, hang on a second. All right, I'm calling this number 14, although it's the same price as number 13. The 1950 All-Star Baseball Joe DiMaggio Pinups uncut sheet in a Too Good to Be 2. This was $300 at the National. I know there's a lot of glare here, but I'll try to move it around a little bit. It's actually really, really nice. So that, whoops, bouncing things around. That is number 14. Let's go ahead and remove it and move on to number 13. Same set, this time in a Vintage Greatness 3 uncut sheet. 50 pinups, Ted Williams. You can see me as much. Probably see me better than the card here. But let me put that back and see if that helps. A lot of glare, I know. But maybe you can kind of get a decent look at that one. It's almost too big. Almost too big to show off. That, my friends, is number 13. Oh, yeah. All right, I decided to change the lighting and show these again. Maybe that makes a little difference, but this is what I'm calling number 14, and I did not show the back, so let me go ahead and show the back. It's got a pretty cool back there. Number 14, the uncut sheet of Joe D, and then let's go ahead and show number 13 again. Whoops, sorry, maybe there'll be some glare here, but yeah, just get these TV trays out, the Ted Williams TV tray. I don't know, maybe it's just as glary as it was before, but what the heck, you get to see the back now. Number 13, oh yeah. And now, about halfway through, number 12, Hall of Famer Ernie Lombardi. Need to get some focus going on here. There we go, well, that was better, I thought. Maybe that's better. And here's the back. And then we've seen a lot of cartoons, but taking a break, number 11. Oh, I love this card. Who doesn't love Ted Williams cards from 1941? This one's sharp, centered, and has just an outstanding photograph of a young Ted Williams. 41 play ball in a Too Good to Be 2, Ted Williams and Jim Tabor. So that is number 11, and so we are getting ready. Whoo, yeah, top 10. Here we go, baby. Woohoo! Number 10 in a good plus 2.5. Look how sharp and clean that beauty is. Hall of Famer Charlie Gehringer. You know what? Top 10, we're taking the plastic off. We're going to make a command decision here in the Vintage Sanctuary. No softy plastic on the top 10. Let's do it. So here's our number 10. Oh, such a beautiful card. I tell you what, one thing I love about the grading services. Look at this, man, 2.5. It's just so trashed. Yeah, who doesn't love getting these low-grade beauties? Why is it a 2.5? Hey, a little off-center, little crinkly, wrinkly here or there, but absolutely a little toning, whatever, man, whatever. That's all I have to say. That is number 10. You're going to hear some plastic crinkling because this is now a soft plastic free zone. Number 9, yep, also 38 Goudy, also in a 2.5. Once again, a Gem Mint 2.5, Mr. Al Lopez of the Boston Bees. Oh, I love these so much. So stoked to be getting near completion. Let's see, that was number 9. Did I call it number 9? I hope I did. We had 10, we had 9. Can't even count. I'm a mathematician, can't even count. Heck, I can give you a nice presentation on Stokes' theorem, Green's theorem, the divergence theorem, vector calculus theorems, fundamental theorem of line integrals, but don't ask me to count backwards from 10. Here's number 8. Oh yeah, Ted Williams with another Hall of Famer, Joe Cronin, also 1941. How sweet is that? Got the beautiful blank back here. That sticker says this back is just awesome. So there we have it. 10, 9, 8. Oh, 7. Woo-hoo. Vintage Greatness 3, Willie Mays, white back. Look at that stunner. White back's much tougher. Absolutely love it. That's number 7. Now for number 6, which by the way is tied in price for number 5. This was, I think, $450. Yeah, $450. This is number, what? What are we looking at? Number 6, here it is, from the 2025 National in a Vintage Greatness 3. The 52 Redman Tobacco Ted Williams with tab, a card that I had wanted for a long, long time, and now I am stoked, absolutely stoked to have this beauty in my collection. I tell you what, that's a Christmas card with that forest green. That is just absolutely outstanding. Card number 6. Whoo, yeah. So there's 7, there's 6. And number 5, from the 2025 National Hall of Famer Bobby Doerr, his rookie card. Woo! Now here's the deal. I estimate this at $450, but it was a bundle and save. So, you know, when I unbundled, I called this one $450 and the other $350. So it could be a little more, it could be a little less, but the $450 sounds about right. So this was technically tied for number 5, but I decided to call this number 4. And now let me move that over a little bit so we're not blocking that Christmas tree light. Number 3, shout out to Matt, the Card Story. Bought this from him at the 2025 National in his hotel room. Look at that. The 47 Bond bred Ted Williams. Oh, man. Batting in a snowstorm. Absolutely. The longer I have this card, I've said this before, longer I have it, more I absolutely love it. So thank you, Matt. Super stoked. This back is a snowstorm. Check that back out. Zoom on in. Woo! Are we down to the top 3? We are down to the top 3. All right, for number 3, this card's had me cussing. I was looking for this card for a long time. A long time might be a year or more, but we're talking about, yeah, more than a year. Maybe even, you know, I don't know. But anyway, more than a year. And we're talking about seriously looking for more than a year. Trying to find one that wasn't crazy money, just trying to find one. Heck, just trying to find one. Without further ado, here it is, the 38 Goudey Heads Up, number 277, Hank Greenberg, in a Too Good to Be 2. Woo! By the way, this is a shout out to Darren, local collecting buddy, who's going to Strongsville this year. So stoked for him. And he has this very card in a PSA 2. He brought it to the show today to show it to me. So we are PSA 2, 38 Goudey, Hank Greenberg with cartoon clubbies. And he just has a really nice looking 2. And I consider this a really nice looking 2 as well. I tell you what, I used to be so picky. A card like this, even with that corner wear, would never ever work for me. So I'm actually happy, very happy that I've mellowed out. And I absolutely love this card. And I think the wear just kind of enhances the vintage appeal. Sure, I could enjoy it with less wear too, but I'm stoked. This is not something I'm looking to upgrade, just looking to enjoy. That's number 3. Top 2, here we come. Oh, number 2. Oh, man, 49 Leaf. Card number 1 in a pristine 1. Woo! Look at that color, look at that registration. This was a nice to price ratio card, as I like to call it, because I made an offer of $875. I'm shocked it was accepted. And so I think for the price, I mean, I think this card is just gorgeous, but for that price, it's just, you know, even that much more gorgeous, if that makes any logical sense. Absolutely love it. This was a case where I didn't necessarily want to pay a high centering tax and pay, you know, 2-3 times as much. So for $875, I think this thing is just outstanding. Looks like a little something was stuck on the corners. That's just a splash of factory color with a little factory color streak. Nice strong ink on the back. Number 1 is coming. Here's the deal with number 1. I had this card, bought it at the 2023 National, and sold it for a big profit just because I loved the card, but I did not love my copy. So then I bought another one, and I let go of my one for this pristine one. Woo! Now I mentioned I made a lot of money on my copy. That's not to brag, because the other part of the story is I had to pay a lot more money for this copy because, you know, they had all went up in value, but it was worth it to me because now I've got, this is one of my favorite cards of all time. It's the key to the 38 Goudey Heads Up set I'm working on. And so absolutely stoked. This is maybe my favorite vintage card. So I had to have one. Didn't have to be perfect. This is not perfect. but I had to have one that I could bond with, and here it is. And I tell you what, this thing is smoking gorgeous. Woo! Oh man, look at that. Is that insane? If you know this card, you know the color, the registration, the centering, the sharpness. You know if you know, and if you know, here's what you know. We are talking a pristine one, baby. Woo! That's what you know. Oh yeah, the back. Oh man, that is just insane. Woo! Look at those Joe D's. Let me turn this camera around. All right. Thank you for sharing in my joy. Hey, let me know in the comments below what your favorite one or cards were out of this. I'd appreciate it if you do, if you don't mind. Wouldn't mind a like, a subscribe. I'm asking now because I'm close to 1,000. I'm not trying to make money. I'm just a hobbyist, just an old guy, 61, going to be 62 soon. And it would just make me feel good to be at 1,000. I say it doesn't matter to me, but I kind of would like to get there because I think it'd be pretty darn cool. Let me give you an outro with the Christmas lamp. Thank you for sharing in my joy. I may have said that, but I hope you had a wonderful and peaceful time in the Vintage Sanctuary. Take care, my collecting brothers and sisters.